An essential stitch on the Singer Promise 2 is a blind hem. And you actually have two of them. First, a blind hem that's meant for stretchy fabric, and then also a blind hem that I use more when I'm working on woven fabric. So I'm going to show you how you specialty fold the fabric before you do this particular hem, but there is a specialty foot available for purchase. An actual blind hem foot will make this really easy. So what is a blind hem? If you've ever gone to your closet and you've looked at a nice pair of pants or a skirt and you've noticed the hem just has this little tiny tick mark almost all the way across, maybe an inch or two above the hem, that's what we're creating. So it is, again, how you fold the fabric, and the key is actually how you guide the fabric. Again, a blind hem foot would make this super simple. It is an optional foot for this machine. All right, so first you are going to find where that hem will be. That's going to be your final hem on your item. Next, you're going to fold everything back, so you're exposing just a little bit of that raw edge on the back side. So as you can see by the stitch, and make sure it's the one that jumps to the left, not the one that jumps to the right. Otherwise, well, totally not going to work at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the little bites, the ones that jump to the left, to just come into this fold at the smallest amount of bites. So as it jumps in, small bites are better, and then it's going to go stitch, 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 and then bite in again, and then keep going. So it's every 4/5 stitch that it's going to bite. So as we line this up underneath our foot, I'm going to show you how we get to an idea of how wide this stitch will go. I always have my students just lower the presser foot down and start to hand turn until you see the needle swing over to the left. There it went. All right, so as it swung over to this side, just pause with the needle above the fold. Now I can see that it's going to come in quite a bit. That's going to be a big, big bite. So I'm going to lift the foot up, slide the fabric back just a little bit, and then sink my needle down. So as I kind of can visualize how far over this fold is from, say, the center of the foot, that's what I'm going to kind of keep steady. So every time it goes to bite, it just catches that same amount. Again, a blind hem foot will have a little guide. You set this up, you run it right by the guide. Easy peasy, everything stays smooth. So other than having a little time to practice, and again, you don't usually use hot pink thread when you're doing a blind hem. Obviously, you match your thread to your fabric. All right, there we go. I feel like I've got the right bite as we go down the fabric. So a lot of people do this by hand, and that way you get that smallest bite every single time, but that can take some time. So let's check out how I did. That's what it looks like, and then as you open it up, the goal is that you just have little tiny tick marks. So this is where I was kind of getting, I probably missed right here, but as you see I get going. Those consistent little bites is what a blind hem is all about, and with matching thread, you would never see it. So again, practice a little bit before you do it on an actual item, but I think if with a little practice and the blind hem foot, you'll really find that this is a easy technique to do and will save you a lot more time than doing it by hand.